Looking at absolute value equations is very similar to absolute value functions. The only thing is, what do you have to have? You have to have the absolute value, and being that this is an equation, has to be equal sign. So we're going to turn around and we're going to solve this. Two ways, of course. We're going to use the old algebra method, all right? And don't forget, we can access technology. Yes, our wonderful little pretty little calculator that you spent so much money on. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what we can do. Taking a look at our first example, I have x, or 6 minus x equals to 2. Interesting. Okay, well, how do you go about doing this? Well, remember that this here is an absolute value. So you have to remember, looking at this, you're going to have to do piecewise. Piecewise means, yes, you have the positive version of this. You have to have the negative version of this. Okay, each one of these, including the positive version like this, has to equal to 2. And guess what? The negative version of this has to equal to 2. Well, guess what? You just have to solve this twice. This is going to be 6 minus x equals to 2. You're going to subtract the 6, minus x equals to minus 4, and of course then x equals to positive 4. Yahoo! There's your first answer. Your second answer is this one over here. And don't forget, you had this minus in front, because according to the piecewise, you have to have the one positive and the one minus. So this works out to be minus 6 plus x equals to 2. And then, of course, adding the 6 to both sides, you're going to get x equals to 8. There's your other answer. Perfect. Well, guess what? You should actually go out and verify this to make sure that they work and see if they satisfy the original condition. Now, remember the original condition was 6 minus x equals to 2. Excellent. Okay, let's try the x equals to 4 and see if it works. 6 minus 4, absolute value. Guess what? 6 minus 4 is 2. Absolute value of 2 is 2. And guess what? That works. Now try the 8. 6 minus 8, absolute value has to equal to 2. That's going to give you negative 2. Absolute value of negative 2, of course, is 2. 2 equals to 2. Great, it works. But my question here is why? Why does this work? I want to show you. Because you can actually solve this graphically. If you turn around and you take a grid and you put it here. Now, remember what you had. You had the 6 minus x. So we better find the critical point of that thing first. And finding the critical point, of course, is finding the x-intercept. And the x-intercept is when this thing equals to 0. So subtract 6. You have minus x equals to minus 6, and then you got x equals to positive 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's where it is. You know it's an absolute value function. It's going to look something like this. Now, remember what this equal to. I'll go back and I'll show you. It equal to 2. Well, wait a second. Where is 2? 1, 2. It's there. Check it out. So where does it intersect? Right there and right there. And what were your two answers again? You got it. One was 4, one was, whoops, let's see it. There it is, 8. So this, if I would have drawn it properly, would have been 4, and that would have been 8. That's where it ended up intersecting, at those 2 points. So that's how you do it graphically. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you could do this graphically, can't you do this with technology? Yep. All right, so first things first. Standardize your graph, all right? So make sure you go into Zoom, make sure you hit 6 and standardize it. That gives you, of course, 10 going in this direction, 10 going up, 10 going down, 10 going that direction. All right, now that it's standardized, go into y equals 2. But I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, well, Mr. Prema, wasn't this original question look like this? How am I going to make this into a y1 or a y2 or whatever? Well, actually, really, really simple. What you're going to do is you're going to break this equation into 2 parts. This is going to be your y1. This is going to be your y2. Check it out. This is going to be so cool. So let's bring up the calculator. Remember, absolute value is found by hitting math. Moving over to number, there's absolute value. 6 minus x, perfect, bracket, okay? And then under y2, hit 2. So both of those equations are there. Watch this. graph it. There's your nice little, aha, there's your beautiful looking absolute value function coming down here and going out this way. There's your y equals to 2, and lo and behold, there's one intersect here and there's the other intersect here. How do you find them? Remember, they're the intersection of two graphs. So go to second, hit calc, and look what you're trying to find. Number 5, okay? You find the intersection of, well, guess what? Get close to it. Mouse it down. There it is. Hit enter. Find the other one. Enter. It's going to say guess. Of course you want to guess. And look what you have. The intersection of 4, 2. So what are you interested in? Well, if you look back here, all of this was in terms of x, right? It's all in terms of x. So you don't care what the y value is. Why? Because your y value, you know, is 2. All right, so give the x value. The x value in this case, of course, is 4. So now you have a way of verifying to see if you've got the right answer or not. Find the other one. Second, calc, find the intersect. 5. Mouse over now, closer to this intersection, which is right about there. Hit enter, 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 and of course it's going to say guess, and guess what? Ha! There it is at 8, 2. So 4, 2 and 8, 2 are your answer, and that's how you do it.